Intelligence without ambition is like a bird without wings. Today, I'm here to talk about a national epidemic, the gap between connectivity in urban areas and connectivity in rural, disparaged areas. This is an epidemic that's holding this country back on a par with that of an epidemic in education, an epidemic in road infrastructure, or that in the health service. My name is Damian McCann. For 10 years I've been part of the exec team in Viatel, a DigiWeb group company. I know this issue firsthand because I live in rural Ireland. I live in a small village in County Louth. And I know the experience of being disconnected from the world. My friends and family try and run businesses without connectivity, and effectively they're paralyzed. Effectively they're like that bird without wings. If your business is located in a cityscape like this, chances are you don't have this problem. Chances are that you have ample connectivity options. We have the likes of connectivity providers literally falling over themselves, tripping over themselves to service these unconnected areas. If you're in a cityscape, Cork, Dublin, Waterford, you will have Vodafone, Air, 3, Virgin Media digging up the same roads, laying fibre optic pipes to connect your premises, all in a race to get your premises connected. If you are a manufacturing or production site, you're not in this cityscape. You're in the urban, the greenbelt zones outside of the city. Effectively, this is the type of picture that's more familiar to your operation. And I can guarantee it, in this picture, we don't have the Vodafones or Cyros or Airs digging up the borings around this site to get this company fibre in. It's just not feasible. This is actually a site in County Meath Potato Company, which is the only method of connecting this site is licensed radio technology, which we'll explore more in greater detail. But rest assured, help is on the way, and help is on the way in the form of a national broadband plan. Initially, this was launched by Alex White from the Labour Party when he was the Minister for Communications. Alex kicked off a reinvigorated national broadband plan, but unfortunately, as we know, the Labour Party is no more. So Mr. White had to depart the ship and hand over the national broadband platform to Dennis Naughton TD. Mr. Naughton then, it's his role to see it through to completion. The picture here for us in 2016 is that of the amber areas are disconnected or under-serviced areas. The blue areas on the map here reflect areas that can get proper broadband access. At the end of 16, 70% of addresses nationwide were actually serviced with proper broadband infrastructure. To service these amber areas, we have a case where government intervention is required. And that doesn't come cheap. The plan here is 500 million government intervention. This is to bring fibre connectivity the length and breadth of the 26 counties. So, the plan is by the end of 2022, the ambition of the government is to provide 100% access, broadband access across the 26 counties. I'm an optimist, but I see a couple of problems with this. The first being ambition and government. So government sometimes let ambition slide. The second being the year, 2022. It's a long time away. 6+ years for rural businesses to survive and wait on that fibre optic service to come to their door. Chances are that your business can't wait 6 years. Your CEO, your board, your colleagues can't wait for 6 years to implement IT strategies that you've been waiting for many years already to implement. So let's look at an international example. The state of Florida in the US, faced with similar problems to what we have here in Ireland. Firstly, the state of Florida is 100,000 square kilometres greater landmass than the island of Ireland, the Republic. Again, they enjoyed areas, cities, the east coast of Florida pretty much was ample supply of fibre optic services. However, the central zones, the areas here that we have identified, all central Florida, the northwestern corridor was disconnected. Only 39% broadband access in these zones. The answer to the problem, again, comes in the form of government intervention. Government intervention at a much smaller scale. In Ireland, to the tune of our national broadband plan, is 500 million euros. In the state of Florida, the grant that was issued was a 24 million euro grant. You got to make it fit, right? So with 24 million, they couldn't possibly roll fibre optic services out, and they turned to alternative technologies. They got creative and they started thinking outside the box. They rolled out, pretty much within 6 months, a licensed radio connectivity service, which connected 16,500 businesses, 174,000 residential users. And this was all rolled out in 6 months, not 6 years. With this service, they were able to deliver up to 200 megabytes of broadband to businesses and on a lower scale for residential users, effectively eliminating the digital divide across the state of Florida. And it's all being creative. I know it's okay to say that it's okay for US companies to be, and US government to be innovative, but we've innovation on our own doorstep. Companies here in Ireland are embracing this technology. Companies that are represented pretty much in every county. And to look at a national case study, we've that of Lakeland Dairies, an Indigenous Irish company. Lakeland Dairies, again, it's the same scenario, typical Irish production sites, located in rural Ireland. But they have 24/7 operations, 170 products servicing into 70 countries. Lakeland Dairies, turnover of 600 million, 700 employees. But the problem that was holding back with Lakeland Dairies and their global expansion is that problem of geographic location. They're located in Killashandra, County Cavan, Lochagish in County Monaghan. And they're not faced with the usual fibre optic providers pulling fibre down the road to connect them. The guys in Lakeland were offline, but they had global IT projects that they needed to push ahead with. They needed 100 megabyte synchronous service. They needed service level agreements. They needed guaranteed uptime, and they needed it fast. They got creative, they thought outside the box, they embraced alternative thinking. And what they deployed was, again, a licensed microwave technology, connecting each of their sites. Within 6 weeks, effectively, they had rolled out a new network to their 5 sites in Ireland. They could push ahead. The brief was for 100 megs, they got 200 megs broadband connectivity. And I spoke with Jerry Ford yesterday in Lakeland Dairies. And Jerry effectively credits the broadband network with enabling him to push ahead with his IT strategies. They had IoT strategies. They had virtualization, hybrid cloud plans that were all on hold until they got the broadband service. It was the critical link, the critical piece of the jigsaw to push ahead and drive ahead their strategies. So the National Broadband Plan is moving at a pace, and the race for rural Ireland continues at this pace. Your business can't continue to operate at this pace. Your strategies, your IT strategies need to move ahead. You need to be more nimble, and you need to embrace new technologies. The answer for Ireland, I think, is a hybrid strategy where we embrace fibre optics, certainly, if it's available, connecting Ireland, connecting cities, connecting large towns, that's fine. But for rural Ireland, it's not feasible. €500 million investment over 6, 7, 8, 9 years, That's not the answer. That's not being creative. The answer lies in hybrid, where we mix fibre optic services with licensed radio. Let's look to our international peers. Let's look to the case studies in Florida. Let's look to the international leaders here on the ground, the Lakeland dairies, the Glanbias of this world. This is possible. This is around today. So at this stage, I'd like to thank you for your time. We have a stand here today. We're happy to engage at any stage. I'd invite you guys to pop by and say hello. Again, thank you.